Hi Clara, thank you for your question. I thought I would do this as a video just so I could explain my steps. So your question is given the formula, C equals 4V over R plus 4S, and this is supposed to be an S, not a 5. Excuse me. So first of all, if you're solving for R, what is R? You need to get R by itself. So the first thing I want to do is I want to bring this part of the equation over to the other side. So in order to bring that to the other side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the opposite of what's happening, or what R plus 4S is doing to the right-hand side. And what's happening on this right-hand side is that it's dividing 4V. So to bring it over to the other side, we do the opposite operation, which is multiplying by R plus 4S. And whatever you do to one side, you also want to do to the other side. So we want to multiply C by R plus 4S. So by multiplying the right side by R plus 4S, that actually cancels it out, leaving us with 4V on the right-hand side and C times R plus 4S on the left-hand side. Remember, the ultimate goal is to get R by itself. So now on this left side, I am going to try and get rid of the C and the 45. It's best to get rid of the C first because this, sorry, not a 45, this is an S. I don't know my 5s from my S. I can't get rid of the 4S yet because it's inside the brackets. So what I'm going to do is get rid of the C. So I always say, what is C doing to the rest of the equation? It's multiplying. So to get rid of it, I have to do the opposite. So the opposite of multiplication is divide. That gets rid of my C, and whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other. So I divided my left side by C. That means I have to divide my right side by C. Now to clean up my equation a little bit, that means I'm left with R plus 4S on my left-hand side and 4V divided by C now on my right-hand side. So just to recap, the first thing I wanted to do, or my ultimate goal, is to get R by itself. I want to get R over to the other side, but I have to bring this whole thing with me. I know that I am dividing by R plus 4S, so to get it to go over the other side, I do the opposite operation of division, which is multiplication. By multiplying by R plus 4S, that cancels out the R plus 4S, and I also have to make sure I multiply my left side by that. Then I'm getting rid of my C's and moving my C to the other side here. C is multiplying R plus 4S, so to get rid of it, I'm going to divide by C. That cancels out the C. I must also divide by C on my other side, and now I get R plus 4S is equal to 4V divided by C. Now to get R by itself, I need to get rid of 4S. What is 4S doing? It's adding. So in order to get rid of it, I do the opposite of adding, which is subtraction. 4S subtract 4S gets rid of that. And whatever I do to one side, I also have to do to the other side. So that leaves me with R is equal to 4V over C subtract 4S. And I can't combine any like terms. I can't simplify this anymore. So that's how my answer stays. So this is very normal type of an algebra question where you're having to rearrange an equation to solve for one of the variables in the equation. So you're always looking to do the opposite operation in order to cancel out variables or to isolate variables. And remember, what you do to one side, you also want to do to the other side. So I hope that the steps help you to see how they get this answer. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Bye for now.